Hello guys, welcome to this video. So in this video we will be looking at what is the word graph represents in the word GraphQL. So this word comes right inside the word GraphQL. So we should know what actually it represents. So this graph is not like the graphs you used to draw in Excel files or you have seen in schools. So this graph is somewhat different. It represents relationships among data and associations inside the relationship. So we will discuss and with an example explaining this concept. This is a presentation video. I always avoid creating the presentation videos as it's not the best possible way to teach, but sometimes so explaining a theoretical concept is as important as doing a practical. So, and the presentation videos are the best possible way to explain something theoretically. So most of the time in the course you will see me coding in front of you, but occasionally I will deliver you with presentation videos to explain the theoretical concepts of the topic. So let's start by discussing what is graph. So let's take an example of blogging application. In this blogging applications, there will be users that can be logged in. So let's understand this by taking an example of a blogging application. So we have a blogging application in which users can create their account, they can log into their account, they can add posts and post comments on other posts, and they can publish and create posts. And once the post is published, other users can comment on it. So we have a blogging application. So in this we need to store three things: user, post, and comment. So if you have knowledge of databases, in SQL databases there are tables. You need to store data. You need to create a table of certain name. You can view this types as tables of a certain name. So in tables you need to add some attribute that stores some properties for that table. So in a GraphQL, types can also have fields. In tables you have attributes. In GraphQL types you can add fields which will store the data about that particular type. So in this case we added the ID for the user. It will be unique identifier for the user. ID is always unique. You can also store the name of the user and the age of the user. So in this the user type has three, you can say a user table has three attributes: ID, name, and age. So in GraphQL, the user is type and the ID, name, and age are fields. So similar to user, in the post type, we also add certain fields such as ID, the title of the post, the body of the post, and the published state, whether the post is published or not. So these are the respective fields we add to the post. Similar to post, we can also add fields to the comment type, which are ID attribute for the comment and the text attribute for the comment. This might have been familiar to you. So if you have used any standard database, such as like if you have used SQL based database. So in SQL based database, you have created tables where user posts and comments are like tables, and the ID, name, age are attributes on that table. So if you have used any NoSQL database such as MongoDB, so the user post and comment are like collections, and ID, name, at age, and other attributes, other things, other fields are like fields on that particular document. So the the database doesn't matter when using GraphQL. You can use any database, and it is platform independent. You can use it on any platform. So let's discuss how these are related to each other. So these types can have relationship among them. So if a user can have as many as posts he wants, so a user is connected to post, as well as a post is always related to a certain user. So a post is also related to a user type. So they have a relationship among them. So similar to post and user, post and comment will also have a certain relationship. There can be as many as possible comments on a post. We also can have comments field associated with a post which can give all of the comments possible. So a post is related to comment, similar to a single comment is associated with a single post. So a comment is also related to a post. Similar to all this, a user and comment will also be related. A user can add as many as comments he want on a post, and a comment can be associated with a certain user. So comment and user are also related. So this actually is a graph, the graph of relationship. There is a very popular theory known as graph theory. It is based on this. It represents how certain elements of a system are interrelated and interdependent on each other. So this is what the graph in the GraphQL means. It represents how the different types in the system are connected to each other and are interdependent on each other.